Can it be demonstrated that humans have a fallen human nature, that we have this inclination to the evil? I think it can be demonstrated that we have a fallen nature based purely on the fact that we tend to pursue the most unreasonable pursuits as a goal for happiness. What do I mean by that? We all have this vision and view of happiness, and I mean even the person who's too lazy or tired or whatever to get out of bed in the morning, that's their view of happiness and that's what they're pursuing. But we all tend to pursue just the craziest things with this illusion that somehow it's going to make us happy. So the three that I got, and I didn't make these up, I got these from traditional philosophy. If you can think of others, please share in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. But the three were wealth, pleasure, and honor. Do these three things make us happy, or are they unreasonable pursuits as an end goal for our lives? I think it can be demonstrated that wealth does not lead to happiness. The anecdotal evidence that you hear often is how the wealthiest countries in the world will have the highest suicide rate and the poorest countries in the world will have the lowest suicide rate. Then we move to pleasure. Can pleasure fulfill our need for happiness, our goal for happiness? I think pleasure may be the worst. It's this constant pursuit that we are limited and never satisfied. What do I mean by that? I mean, there's only so many donuts I can eat in a day before I get sick. And in the morning when I wake up, I want more donuts. So I'm never able to achieve the satisfaction, and there's a limit to how many attempts I can actually make to try and be satisfied. It's just a cycle of frustration is what it is. And then the third one is honor. Does honor make us happy? And I think we can all see the example of the celebrity that's fallen from grace as anecdotal evidence that honor does not bring us happiness. So if these three things cannot bring us happiness, then why are we pursuing them endlessly? Why do we keep going after these things? So if we're all on this journey to whatever our own view of happiness is, and we're engaged in some method or some manner to try and achieve that goal, some whatever manner we work to pursue that end, we're here and we're trying to achieve that, but that goal that we have, be it wealth or pleasure, it's not reasonably going to make us happy, then this journey becomes a cycle of frustration, one in which we are never satisfied. Furthermore, if our view of happiness is not altruistic, like something like virtue or charity, or from a religious perspective, something like God, if our view is pleasure, then we may engage in something Machiavellian, like the ends justify the mean. Like, I can use this person because my goal of happiness is pleasure, or I can steal, or I can walk over these people at work because my end goal is not their happiness, it's my wealth. And in the end, what's truly sad about all of this, besides all of the suffering that we're inflicting on other people, is that our view of happiness, of true happiness, is obstructed by this illusion, this shiny object that's capturing all of our attention, and we're not seeing what it is that would truly make us happy. So as a Christian, the end goal, our view of happiness, is obviously God, not just in eternity, but also living with Him here and now in our lives here. And the method for achieving that end goal is primarily grace, but also virtue. And so having this tendency to be distracted by these shiny objects, grace kind of clears the way for us and helps us see and focus clearly on our end goal. But it doesn't just stop there. It doesn't just help us see God. It becomes like this engine that carries us to him. So do we have a fallen human nature? Well, a perfect human nature would not be distracted by these things that do not reasonably make us happy. So since we do get distracted by these shiny objects, then I think that is clear evidence that we do have a fallen human nature. So I want to continue making videos on this theme of logical reasoning. If you didn't see last week's video, I'll put a card up at the end. But I would love to get your feedback on is this making sense? Are there holes in this? Please comment below. I read every single comment. Please subscribe to this channel so that you can continue to be part of the dialogue as we continue this discussion. I want to thank you for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.